I want to beg doctor to be helping us to advise the women that when he said we should be doing 21 times a month, he should be telling the women that they should not be looking for satisfaction. Because I live in Abuja and I heard him when he came on this television the last time that I spoke about 21. So when I got back to my wife, I wanted to do 21. Doctor, I nearly killed myself.
Possible. See the men for a man to achieve 21 times, is it possible? Can our man actually handle 21 ejaculations in a month?
The decision of that 21 lies with the woman. So women are only ovulating 1 or 2 days a month. The man produces semen every day. Man cannot live by bread alone. For a guy, sex is like food. It's a physiologic thing. See, when a man goes to a side chick, all she does for him is just she puts him on that pedestal.
Boost his ego.
Boost his ego. We're wired with ego. But you guys, you've neglected that because you've got the ring.
But we are praising you in the house. We are wiring you.
No, they don't like our own praising now.
If you catch a man when he's stressed, his body's not going to be able to produce viable sperm. A man that deposits his sperm into a woman who is not wet, all his sperm dies. That woman needs to be turned on. If I'm stressed, I'm going to be a 2-minute man. If I'm not stressed, I'm going to last longer. And I need to be able to last longer to get you wet enough.
Please, which advice would you give to Nigerian men to be a bit more patient? Can they start from the day? You don't treat me so bad from morning till night and you want me to...
Yes, and we know that we are microwave. So if you have that at the back of your mind that this man is a microwave guy. So the moment a man gets a little erection, he's afraid that if he doesn't go in, he's going to lose it. That is the genesis of our thinking. As bad as it may be.
So he wants to
quickly fire.
So I believe you got some points. So hold your points, hold it tight. You can drop it in the comments. I don't know why my people do not love to comment. Maybe they are shy or maybe they know some of themselves. I don't know. So let's quickly do 3 comparisons. I'm going to do one, the one they said, then with what I heard sometimes ago on live stream that has helped me a little bit. And then one other thing from marriage counselor couple, Dr. Kingsley Okonkwo and his wife. So there was a time Dr. Kingsley talked about this, how women react to when their husbands come around. So the man shared that he said whenever that his wife understands when it comes for just pure coming and going, satisfy himself, or sometimes it will be serious lovemaking. So he said there are times that, just like this man said that, this doctor said, sometimes the men, they come in, they just want to come, they don't have time to get you wet or to get you ready. They just want to go in and come out. They just want to satisfy themselves. It will be like something rushing them. So that I've heard it before from Dr. Kingsley, where he said that his wife understands him. So that means being a marriage coach himself, he has been able to educate his wife that sometimes the husbands will come for a quickie and sometimes it's going to be a serious workout. Like they do it together, they take their time, he prepares her, she's ready and all of that, he pays attention to her feelings and all of that. So that's real lovemaking. But he said there are times that it just comes quickly because maybe I don't know. There's a way he explained it. I wish I can lay us on that video again. But anyway, so that is point number 1 I would like to share. And I don't want you to be selfish. Please share something. What do you think about this topic? Share it in the comment section. So let's move on to another observation that I have. But let me quickly chip in something. There was a time I used to go from one live stream to another when I just joined TikTok then, and I love to join live stream until I realized that whatever they are discussing, especially our people, they don't discuss, most of them don't discuss something reasonable. When I have to join like 5 and I'm seeing them discussing the same topic, encouraging people to have second wives, I don't join that kind of association where they are just talking. Those kind of discussion is not meant for me. I'm a Christian. I believe in biblical marriage. So whatever you have to say about having second, third wife, when you cannot even, your pocket is not even up to that level. You want to compare yourself with David and Solomon, all of those people in the Bible that you are not even up to their level 1, let alone level 100. So when I hear people of those unwise, they are so grown, they are adults, they are old men and women, but they talk a lot of, I don't want to call it trash. So I excuse that kind of live stream. The kind of live stream I would love to join are the ones that can actually benefit my life, either physically, spiritually. You are adding to me mentally, you are adding to my knowledge. Maybe you're teaching something, not me just joining some silly discussion that have no sense, that have nothing to do with my life. So all I I learned something from that live stream, and which I hold so tight. He talks about, there are so many ways where that women are destroying marriages too. I understand that our men, they call themselves to be polygamous in marriage, and I'm not going to say all our men, because I've seen a lot of responsible men that are my people, and I'm so proud of them. I've seen them. I don't know them, but I've seen them online speaking to marriages, and I believe they are making a movement. It may not be so grounded right now, but I know the future is bright if people like that, more of them, can stand up to marriages and help us to talk to our men, their fellow men. So these old people, I ran into their live stream and they talk about women who get angry. You and your husband, okay, just like the other host was saying, the female host said, oh, that you can't get me mad since morning, and then you come in the night, you want to meet with me, you want to make love to me. So such, I understand what she's saying, because most women are in that category. Like, things don't get smooth between us, and then the next thing, you want to be touching me at night, you want us to move close to each other. I mean, let's settle what was on ground. So I think in that kind of situation, somebody like myself, I used to be like that. Like, it's not like I'm keeping grudge, but I just believe that we were having issues. So if you're matured enough, let's resolve that issue before you move into another topic, or before you pretend like nothing ever happened. You can't pretend like nothing ever happened. You have to resolve the ones that are on ground. So I think that it is high time women will start, bringing up that discussion. Women will bring up that discussion before bedtime. It's better once you know that your man will always come for you at bedtime, because now he's relaxed, he has showered, it's time for him to sleep, and he wanna, hold you and move you closer and move closer to you. In order for you not to create that space, because this is one of the things that bond you together. In order not to space yourselves out, the best thing is maybe you better bring that discussion up and discuss it very well. Hear out what is making you hungry, and let him hear out his own part of the story, and then both of you come together and resolve that issue before bedtime. But what I learned from those old women was that if you are having problem with your husband as a married woman, and you don't want them to go out there and cheat, if you're having a problem with them, and they now come to you regardless of the problem, or some of them don't even remember the problem, or some of them remember and decided to ignore, that if they come to you, if you want to really talk about it, you can talk about it, but make sure it happens. What they seek, you give. That it helps. Now, after you give, and you give well, like you do it wholeheartedly, you cooperate. Let me put it that way, because I know some of our children may be watching this. So you cooperate, right? So where afterwards you can now talk about it. Like, if the man is acting like nothing ever happened, you can bring about the topic. Like, okay, so in the morning you did this, and then the man may be like, oh, I thought we already resolved it. Resolved what? We are not done. Now we are back to our fight. We were having quarrel. I wasn't happy with you. Then you can now go back to that topic and discuss it. That is after the show had happened. So I head on to that. That you can continue fighting, but make sure the fight that you had, the quarrel you had, the grudges you had earlier, before the request of the intimacy of your husband, is, don't let those arguments, deny him. Don't let it deny him. And if you were the one that is also moved, which I doubt you will be moved because you're hungry, so you may not be moved, but make sure the intimacy, every time it comes, you give him what he wants, so that you can continue to bond, because that thing is like a covenant. It bonds you together, and it makes the man to, just like he said, that it helps their ego. It makes them, because when they are rejected, it depreciates them. It makes them feel like they are being dejected and all of that. So it's possible you talk about the issue, but make sure you allow them. Like he said when they are erected and they are already stressed, they may be on 2 minutes. So you have to manage that. That is one. And then if you don't let them in, and they have to talk and talk and start begging you, begging you, begging you, begging you, because of the issue that earlier happened, then they lose the urge, right? And after losing the urge, the later thoughts that comes to them is more like something they are not okay with. Most especially if it repeats itself several times. Then, men, I don't know, should I call our men, I don't know what to call them. They are very selfish in nature. They are, I mean, selfish is an understatement. Self-centered, I think self-centeredness is the word. even though it's more like a synonym to selfish, I think, but self-centeredness. Like they think for themselves alone. Everything has to be around them. Everything has to be for them. Everything has. That's what I do not like. Men who has issues with their wives, and instead of them to resolve it, find a way to make that lady happy. Find a way to. I understand some women are on the extreme. They will keep doing it till they push their husbands out. That one is a different thing. But I think men can be more patient because marriage is not for everyone. If you have to be in marriage, then you have to be determined. Because when you, as a married man, you always have a choice that you can always go outside and do nonsense because you think there must be side chick who can always help you out of your silly emotions. So you're having issues with your wife and you don't have a way of facing it and be responsible. Like, stop being cowards, face it. The next thing you want to do is jump out and look for someone else who can pleasure you at that moment. Like, I see such men as baby husbands. They are not okay. Like, because the only once there is issue between you and your husband, your wife, you just want to go out there, seek another friend, and then you go make friend with someone else. You go do lovey dovey with someone else. Like, how does that make you a man? Like, you can't face your wife, you can't resolve the issues on ground, you can't talk about it, you can't apologize, you can't put a smile on her face if it requires you taking her out on a dinner date. You can do all that. You can do things. You don't know how to make your wife happy. Like, you know, if it's an issue, you don't need to even give her anything. Just talk about it so that it can be over. So, but I believe we've all learned something. Don't make him suffer for you so he doesn't go out there and look for someone else. I'll see you on in my next video. What's your opinion?